Hello, I am Gabriel Guerrero, or Gabe, as most of my friends call me, and I'm here to talk to you about Master the Art of NLP. This is private tutoring. It's pretty much me spending time one on one with you to help you fully understand and become much better at using NLP and the variations that came from NLP, just like some design human engineering or neurohypnotic repatterning. If you have some doubts about some of the skills or some of the topics that are covered in NLP, such as anchoring or submodalities or timelines or using meta model or Milton model or any of the other things that are part of the NLP model, I can help you become much better at it. I can help you understand it better. I can help you develop the skills so that you're much better at it. Why am I capable of doing this? Why am I even daring to say that I can help you become much better at NLP? Well, simply because I spent 10 years co-training with Richard Bandler. I spent 10 years alongside with Richard doing many different things, including personal enhancement, as I'm being the only person that's done personal enhancement along with Richard. And not only that, but I trained, I did design human engineering certification programs. I did neurohypnotic repatterning certification programs myself, alongside with Richard, alongside with John Laval. And so I've had my experience with NLP. I also trained with Robert Dilts before I even met Richard. I've been in trainings with John Grinder as well as many other big names in NLP. So I can teach you to become much better neurolinguistic programmer. I can help you understand it better. I can help you develop the skills. I can help you take these skills and go further. I could help you with even designing your own programs if that's what you're interested in, or even your private practice. What I'm offering right now with the Master the Art of NLP is pretty much private tutoring, and I'm having two different options for you guys. It's 4 sessions for $400, 4 sessions that are an hour and a half in length, each one, or you could have 8 sessions for $600. We do this on Skype or FaceTime or any options that we have, whether you're in Europe or you're in Australia, Japan, United States. I've had people already hire me from 3 different places around the globe. So we can do this anytime. We can match our schedules, and we can do this once a week. We can have 2 sessions a week. Depending how fast you can do this, we could have it maybe even 3 times a week. Of course, depending what is it that you want me to help you with, you might want to practice for a few days certain things before we have a next session, but we can just make arrangements depending on what is it that you're interested in. This is 8 sessions for $600, 4 sessions for $400. Now, if you want more sessions, we can talk about that. If you want just 1 session or a couple of sessions, the price goes a little bit up per session, but we can still arrange those things. So if you're interested in having private tutoring from what's been referred to as one of the closest guys to Richard Bandler in recent history, I taught over 20 workshops along with Richard. That's me and only other 3 people in the globe right now that have done that since 1990. Before that, there were other people that co-trained with Richard from since 1990 up to this day. I've been one of the 4 people that have spent more time co-training with Richard. He named me Associate Professor of Bandler Technologies almost 20 years ago. Of course, Master Trainer of NLP, DHE, whatever. So I can help you out with NLP, with your skills, with your understanding of certain topics. If you've learned with John Grinder, but you would like to understand a bit more the differences and what is it that Richard brings to the table. If you're interested in, you've trained with Richard, but you would like to understand much better about nesting loops or how to do the unconscious installation, or you're interested in learning more about the use of metaphors or what I've referred to the Bandler argumentation patterns. It's learning how to use some argumentation patterns and logic that Richard uses that I've paid attention to that it's never taught, because simply it's people, when they talk about language, usually refer to just the Milton model, but they don't realize about the logical structures. So I can help you out with so many different things. It just depends what is it that you're interested in. Just send me a private message. Just send me an email. The information is below this video or on top, depending on the social media this is published. And just send me a message and we can arrange this. You can pay through PayPal from any place in the planet, wherever you are. and then as soon as you have made the payment, we start scheduling your sessions. We have flexibility, so we can change the session. Maybe you say like, oh, I want a session next Monday, and then on Monday you have something. There's something comes up. I would just ask you to let me know beforehand. If it's one day before, that's even good enough. If you have, because whatever reason you have to cancel a couple of hours before our session, we can still reprogram that. I will allow that flexibility to that, and I know you will have that flexibility with me if I have anything coming up again at a certain time. So we will schedule and reschedule in case of necessary, so that we can have our private one-on-one sessions on whatever you decide to do it, whether Skype, FaceTime, or any other thing that you come up with. I forgot some of the names right now, but there's so many options nowadays. So if you're interested in me giving you private lessons, in me having one-on-one sessions with you, just let me know, and we can start pretty much almost right away. There's just one thing that I want to clarify. I am not very enthusiastic about doing therapeutic work online. To me, therapeutic work should be face-to-face. I need to calibrate so much more than just what the camera can show me. So even though I've done it, if you insist on it, my recommendation is for private therapeutic work to have it face-to-face. Tutoring, mentoring, even some coaching or whatever you want to call this, I can do that online. That's no problem. It's just a therapeutic work. I rather do it face-to-face. So if you're interested in therapeutic work, we should make other arrangements. If there's no other option and you insist on doing it, I just want to warn you that I don't think it's the best possible option to get the most and the best possible results. However, if someone convinced me of doing that, and I've done it a couple of times in the past, we can do something about it. I rather do therapeutic work face-to-face. But anything that has to do from coaching, mentoring, tutoring, and all these things, we can do this online. And so that's what I'm offering to you with this special pricing at this point, in which you can have 8 sessions for only $600. And it may sound like only $600 I'm trying to sell you. I'll remind you guys, I do private sessions. Usually it's $250 per hour. So what I'm saying is that it's so much cheaper. It's just taking advantage of this package now, because I won't be holding this offer forever. This is February 2020, and I might be holding this for the next 2 weeks, maybe up to 4 weeks. I don't think so, but maybe I can still hold this offer for another 4 weeks, but you should take advantage of it now. If you can't take the sessions now, or you want to have them later on, someone already paid me and said, I want to do this like in a couple of months. I said, that's fine. Okay, you already paid. I'll respect this, and we start scheduling 2 months from now. So we can do all those things. Anything you're interested in. If you want to understand better how to use a meta model, so many people just learned how to bark out a question. Nobody loves me. Nobody. When someone says nobody loves me, the person is actually using a mind read. They're mind reading everyone in the universe. It's not so important whether it's everyone or not everyone. It's like, how do you know they don't love you? Is it possible that you're misinterpreting their nonverbal behavior or this or that? So you might want to challenge other things and not just the universal quantifier. And this goes for many other things. Now, if you've learned, I don't know, like if you want to take your knowledge further in other topics, like using, I don't know, like artificial design that came from the NLP Volume 1, and it's the basis for design human engineering. We could also learn how to design new strategies and how to install them and how to do several things. So depends what you're interested in. We can pretty much discuss the topics you're interested in even before you pay, and say like, I would like to do this, and that, and I will let you know if that's possible in the number of sessions that we've thought of, and the ones that I'm offering. And of course, if you want me to certify you in certain things like design human engineering, neurohypnotic repatterning, that's just not possible to do that online. I've been authorized to do design human engineering for several times in the past, and neurohypnotic repatterning as well. But I'm not authorized to give certification programs now at this point for those things. I respect that. It's Richard's work. It's Richard's brands. So, but I can help you with some of the design human engineering and neurohypnotic repatterning principles. And I can help you with several things, or even to understand what it is, so that before you decide to pay for a program, you understand what is it that you're signing up for. So any of those things, I'm open to listening to what is it that you're interested in. Just let me know, and we can start scheduling as soon as possible.